Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the match review between Barcelona and Girona. Barcelona has won against Girona 3-1 with a goal coming from Piqué, Griezmann and Memphis Depay. 3 goal scorers have scored in this match friendly. And so what we are going to be doing within this video is split this into 2 different parts. We're going to be talking about the collective performance from Barcelona and then talk about 3 individual players that has stood out in this match. And we're going to be focusing more on the youth because this is a time, especially in the preseason, to focus on the youth players. But first, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered and is the best football app you could find in the App Store when it comes to the latest player stats, the latest player news or team news, or any transfer rumors that you are interested in. All of this is compact within one app, and the best thing from the OneFootball app is that it is free. The only thing that you do have to do is go into the link in my description. You will be able to click that link. It'll take you straight to the App Store. Once you're within the App Store, you would be able to download it, and then from there you can pick your desired team on who you do want to follow, whether it's a player or a team. Especially for us FC Barcelona fans, it is going to be a very busy transfer window, and the OneFootball app will be there to inform you immediately and live. But now let's get back into the video. So first, starting with the collective performance. So as a collective, we have seen FC Barcelona have 60% possession against Girona, and we saw Nico Gonzalez start for the first time under Ronald Koeman. It is quite clear that Ronald Koeman does want to use the youth players, see how many youth players can prosper throughout these friendlies, and see if there's just a gem anywhere within the academy. And then we also did see Alejandro Balde start for the second time. We have seen Ricky Puig start also for the second time. So it's a very interesting time to test out these players. Overall, it was a great starting 11. And then in the very beginning of this match, you can see that Barcelona tried to dominate this game. But I'm going to be a little critical here about Barcelona's game against Girona because we did see a few errors coming from the back line. And that is what doesn't convince me yet about Ronald Koeman's Barcelona, is that Barcelona's approach up against Girona, it was not the best. And we have seen this occasionally throughout the past season. Like for example, Barcelona maybe only about 50 to 60% of the time throughout those 90 minutes asked to dominate the ball. They did not necessarily always try to receive the ball as soon as possible. They did not press as much as they could. And overall, the approach coming from Barcelona, it could have been better. And so what we have been asking coming from Barcelona, it has yet to be shown within the preseason. Now look, I understand, right, that this is a preseason, that we are seeing players coming back from vacation. Maybe we are seeing some players that hasn't played football in about 2 or 3 months. And when that does happen, right, the players, they lose intensity, they lose the rhythm because they simply just haven't played football in a very long time. Even about 1 month away from football can really take you away from the rhythm that you do need in order to play the Barcelona way. So I am going to give this a pass. The fact that we did not see the required intensity and the required press and to gain back the ball as soon as possible, I'm only going to give this game a pass. But I think that coming into the next game, which will be next week on Saturday, that is when we really need to start to see these players start to implement the principles for them to understand what it does take and what is required to play at Barcelona. And so most importantly, we need to have that intensity within the team, because that is the main reason why Barcelona at some times throughout this game have shown their weaknesses in the back line, is because they allowed Girona to go through them and they had their chances. But that is it, right? Every player did get around 45 minutes. We saw a different starting 11 like every 25 to 30 minutes. I cannot really say much because the team was heavily rotated, but that is all I do have for now when it comes to a collective performance. Hopefully we can see a better performance in the next game on Saturday. But now I do want to move on towards the individual performances, and this is going to be a very interesting one because again, we are going to be talking about 3 different youth players, and we're first going to be talking about Gavi. Gavi has been a player that has surprised so many fans around the world. Gavi in this game has played his second game under Ronald Koeman, and man, did he really impress. And what really does stand out from Gavi is the fact that his composure at the age of 16 years old, that is very fascinating, because we have seen Gavi in many occasions being surrounded by 3 to 4 players, and he was always very calm. He was always under low pressure, and he knew exactly what he needed to do. When we talk about any other young player or a midfielder, especially a young midfielder, they usually get destroyed when they are surrounded by 3 or 4 players because they panic. They do not know what to do. But in the case of Gavi, Gavi knows exactly what to do. And I really do like that when it comes to the youth players, especially the midfielders. And so many have been asking, right, could we see Gavi in the first team? Maybe not be fully promoted into the first team, but could we see Gavi get his chances in those first 3 to 4 months. And I think that yes, there is a great chance that we could see Gavi maybe play about 12 matches in total in the next season, and at the same time also be rotated with Barcelona B. And here's the thing, right? There is no better time to play Gavi but in this season. This season has to be it, because let me tell you, his contract does end in the summer of 2023. And the only way, right, if Barcelona actually want to see if Gavi is really it, to see if Gavi is that player that Barcelona should be heavily investing on, and if he continues to show what he is providing on the field, then there is no better way to try Gavi but in this upcoming season. Because by the end of this season, it is going to be the summer of 2022. After you do have a good amount of data of what Gavi could do for a full season, then you can make a choice whether you want to renew this player before the summer of 2023 does hit. So Barcelona and Koeman, they have to bet on Gavi and give him his chances, to give him the opportunity to show what he can do on the midfield. Now look, I know that there is going to be backlash. I understand, right? Because many are going to be saying, but wait a minute, Kevin, Gavi is way too young, giving him too many minutes in the next season. At this point, Kevin, you're just fantasizing. You are just making up something that is not real. But let me tell you guys, Pedri at the age of 17 years old, back on August 2020, was given every minute and was given every match under the management of Ronald Koeman. And look at what Pedri is today. Pedri is probably one of the most important players for FC Barcelona, and he will continue to be one of the most important players for Barcelona in the next season. So what is the difference between Pedri and Gavi? Gavi is only 1 year younger than Pedri. Opportunity, my friends. That is the main word and the main theme for this video, is to give Gavi the opportunity. Because the one thing that Gavi does have over Pedri when it comes to having their debut is that Gavi has the academy experience. He has been through this whole process. He knows exactly what is required to be a Barcelona midfielder. So what is the difference between Pedri and Gavi? And so the fact that we are seeing the maturity and the reliability coming from Gavi, this player must be given the opportunity. And by the way, Gavi is actually going to be turning 17 years old in the next month, which is the exact age Pedri was when he made his debut under Ronald Koeman. So I am very happy for this young man. I hope that Gavi gets his opportunities. I hope that he does very well with Barcelona, because we really do want to see that. And then moving on to Alejandro Balde, which is going to be the second player, and this one is going to be the most surprising one, right? Because in the previous video, we were talking about how Alejandro Balde, and that he is such a great player, and that the only way he could stand out from Jordi Alba, it is going to be his defending attributes. What could he do defensively? Because Jordi Alba is always going to be appreciated and applauded for his attack. The way that he provides 15 assists and scores 5 goals, we do not expect Alejandro Balde to bring in those type of numbers. We don't. So the one thing that Balde could do, if he wants to have the chance to have that spectacular season, that would be to defend well, to show that he is defensively capable to do what he needs to do on that left flank for FC Barcelona. And seeing what Alejandro Balde has done against Girona, he showed his defensive qualities. He showed that he can attack and that he could defend. And even in those first 20 minutes, he showed exactly and everything that we wanted to know, which was the tackles. His tackles are 100% great. The way that he dispossesses the opposition and each individual player, his pressing is all 100%. It is great. That is what we do want to see from our next left back. And there was even a save that Alejandro Balde has done against Girona where they could have gone 1-0 up in those first 15 minutes. So you can see that even when he moves forward, when he attacks, he's very confident. He knows exactly what to do, because again, he is coming through the academy. It always helps to have a player that has been nurtured through the Barcelona academy. He has also helped giving Barcelona a penalty, which Gerard Piqué did score minutes later. We saw him take down one man because of his velocity, his approach. Everything is very good, and he's showing great promise in his preseason. And I think that because of this, seeing how Alejandro Balde has renewed his contract with FC Barcelona, you can see that he does want to prove a point, that he does want to make a statement in this club and in this season specifically. And so I do have a feeling that we might actually see more of Alejandro Balde than originally expected. And that is great to hear. And that is also great to see. And now lastly, my friends, I do want to talk about the last player, which is Riqui Puig. Now, this is going to be a different take because everyone does know how he does play. We know exactly how Riqui Puig likes to approach the opposition. We know what he likes to do. We know his strengths. We know his weaknesses. He is a very hyperactive player. His intentions is very good. But I do want to critique one thing that many of us did see Riqui Puig do on the field. And he has actually been applauded for doing this. But I do want to critique this in order for everyone to understand that Riqui Puig can sometimes make mistakes. So if you look at this frame here, we can see that Riqui Puig was running with the ball. And you can see that this was supposed to be a counterattack coming from FC Barcelona. Many were saying that, wow, Riqui Puig really knows how to dribble. He's a great dribbler. No one can take him down. Look at how he's so vertical. And he immediately does want to score. What an approach coming from Riqui Puig. But here's the thing, right? I have said many times times that Barcelona should always be looking to play vertical football and to always be looking for those opportunities when it does arise. Riqui Puig, in this image, he has done that. But the problem that I do find here is that Riqui Puig ran way too fast into space. Yes, that does exist. The fact that you can run too fast into space or too slow into space when you play horizontal, or you're acting too slow on your passes, that does exist. There is a perfect timing on how you should tackle an attacking opportunity. In this case right here, in the situation of Riqui Puig, he was running and accelerating way too fast. Because if you were to look seconds later, we can see that Riqui Puig was running way too fast and too forward with the ball, to the point where he only had one outlet to go to, which was at that forward. Riqui Puig never gave Barcelona and the players around him to form a real attack, to have these players in front of Riqui Puig, not to have the players behind him. And that is something that Riqui Puig has to realize, because eventually, right, when you are placed in this opportunity and you do things such as these, you are going to be losing the ball. And that is something that Barcelona cannot commit. They must always retain the ball, because moments and seconds after this, they have lost the ball and it went straight to the goalkeeper. That is not the way Barcelona should be playing. But besides that, right, Riqui Puig has done very well when it comes to picking the passes, breaking the lines, making those through balls. That is the Riqui Puig that we want to see. And so yes, there is flaws and it could be worked on, but overall, when it comes to the game of Riqui Puig, it was another great strong display, and I hope this player gets more minutes and more matches in the next season. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Let me know who were your 3 standout players in this game against Girona. Let me know in the comment sections down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.